Welcome back for more Week 9 action as the XLB rolls along towards potential postseason play here. As we have the St. Paul Purple Rain taking on the Las Vegas Horsemen. These two teams coming into this one, record of 4-3 for St. Paul, record of 4-4 for Las Vegas. Currently the 5 and 6 seed. And as this matchup graphic tells you, these are two teams that are looking to host a postseason game in the playoffs. That would be pretty big for both of them. Obviously, the Horsemen have Roger Clemens, and that would be good for them to get him a start in the playoffs. But there's been a couple pitchers for the Purple Rain that have an ERA sub-2 between Wheeler, Bybee, and Gray. So they would get their pick of their good pitchers in the postseason. Stat-wise, these are two of the better offensive teams in the league for sure. St. Paul, I believe, leads the league in home runs. That's not on the stat graphic this week, but I believe that they do lead the league in home runs. Even we've already got home runs added in for the teams that have hit them so far this week, and they are still 7 home runs out in front with 22 home runs on the season, just 13 for the Horsemen. So there you see the graphics. Las Vegas been hitting the ball well. Both teams pitching pretty similarly. These are two teams I would say that are pretty equally matched, so we'll see how this one plays out. The legends for the Purple Rain include Ken Griffey Jr. and Alex Rodriguez. The legend for the Horsemen include Barry Bonds and the aforementioned Roger Clemens. On the mound today for St. Paul is going to be Sonny Gray, a 2-7 pitcher, and Jameson Taillon from the Chicago Cubs on the mound for the Las Vegas Horsemen. You can see Allegiant Stadium right here behind me as we get set to get Week 9 continued on. Did I forget anything, Jason?
I wouldn't be surprised if King Griffey doesn't hit a ball into that flame.
Interesting. I don't think I see a flame in my...
They lit a flame. They lit a flame when they opened that stadium.
Maybe it's right behind me and that's why I can't see it. Well, it's going to be Ketel Marte leading off for the Purple Rain here as Marte comes in batting .231, and he'll take on Jameson Taillon to get this one started, and Taillon will get Marte to ground out to short. 1 up, 1 down brings up Otto Lopez, batting .269 on the year. And Taillon will give up a single into left to Lopez. So first hit of the day goes to Lopez, and they'll bring up Griffey Jr. as he looks to put one in the flame.
Pointing at it.
And Griffey will strike out. Swung big.
Ooh.
First strikeout of the day brings up Cal Raleigh. 1 on, 2 down. And Dumper will dump that one over the wall as Raleigh hits his 5th home run of the season. That'll tie him for the league lead in home runs. And immediately, just like we talked about, St. Paul adds to their home run lead, as that will be the 23rd home run of the season, and they have been hard to slow down. If their pitching could catch up to their offense, they could certainly be a formidable threat in the postseason. But a gambling goner from the big Dumper.
Goner. Oh, goner. Jesus.
So that'll be 2-0 now, and A-Rod at the plate after Taillon gives up the homer in the first. And Taillon will come back and give up a single into center to A-Rod. Third hit of the inning brings up Andy Pages. Taillon will get Pages to ground out to second, and that'll do it for the top of the first. But now before the Purple Rain put 2 on the board against the Horsemen to take an early lead. Now Sonny Gray on the mound. He'll take on Trey Turner. Turner coming into this one batting .265 on the season. And Gray will get Turner to ground out to first. 1 up, 1 down brings up Brandon Lau batting .273 on the year. And Gray will get Lau to ground out to short. A couple ground ball outs here to get this one started. We'll bring up Barry Bonds. 2 down, nobody on. Bonds batting .565 on the season. And Barry will take that one high. He'll take it deep. And I accidentally hit Boo, but they're cheering. That ball is out of here for Bonds.
The Horsemen! You want to be a Horseman again? You will die a horseman.
That is Barry Bonds' 6th home run of the season, and now he'll take the league lead back after Cal Raleigh ties him in the top of 1. Nobody on for Bonds, but he adds to his already impressive season here so far. A pale ride poke by Bonds. Barry Bonds will bring up William Contreras now. And Gray will give up the infield single to William Contreras, known speedster.
Sonny Gray's just flabbergasted.
Here, William Contreras and Wilson Contreras got into a foot race with a pregnant lady and came in 3rd and 4th. Let's bring up Michael Bush. And Gray will get Bush to fly out to right. But the solo shot by Barry Bonds puts the Horsemen on the board, and we'll head to the top of 2, where Vladimir Guerrero Jr. will lead off against Jameson Taillon. Guerrero Jr. batting .214 on the season. And Guerrero will be out of there as he'll ground back to the pitcher. 1 down for George Springer. And Springer will take a walk. First walk of the day issued. 4th walk of the season for Springer brings up Brian Reynolds, batting .261 on the year. Taillon will get Reynolds to pop up to the catcher. 2 down for Ketel Marte. And Ketel is out of there as he'll fly out to center. I'll take us to the bottom of 2, where Sonny Gray will come up and take on James Wood. And Gray will strike out Wood. First strikeout of the day for Sonny Gray brings up Jaron Duran. And Gray will get Duran to fly out to right. 2 down for Jose Ramirez. And Gray will walk Ramirez. First walk of the day issued by Sonny Gray. 5th walk of the season for Jose Ramirez as he takes off for second. 45, he's in there. Puts him in scoring position for Jorge Polanco with 2 down. And Gray will give up a single into center to Polanco. Take a look at the defense here for the Purple Rain. And we'll see that King Griffey Jr. is T4. 11-72 scores Ramirez, and he is in there. So the stolen base paying dividends as Ramirez comes across the plate to tie this one up in the bottom of the 2nd. Top of the lineup we go for Trey Turner. And Turner, he'll slap a single into left as these 2 pitchers try and figure out how to navigate these lineups. 4th hit of the day for the Horsemen. We'll bring up Brandon Lau, 2 on, 2 down. And Lau will be out of there as he'll pop up to the catcher for the 3rd out. But 1 more run on the board for the Horsemen to tie this one up at 2 after 2. Let's take a look at the Week 9 schedule here in the XLB. 2 teams on bye this week include the Gladiators and the Terminators. And next week we will have the Horsemen. These very Horsemen will be on bye, as well as the Owaka Warriors. So 2 teams in the West on bye. A very East-centric schedule next week. But lots of good games this week in the XLB. Lots of good matchups.
Santa Fe Oaxa for first place in the West.
Yeah, first place on the line. Santa Fe's won 4 in a row heading into that one. Top of 3, Otto Lopez will lead off for the Purple Rain as Taillon comes back out. And Taillon will get Lopez to fly out the left. 1 up, 1 down for King Griffey Jr. And Jr.
Do it, King Griffey.
Put that way! He does just that! Puts it in the flame! And calling his shot, the manager pregame And King Griffey Jr. brings it to fruition. Another home run for the Purple Rain. And Prince Fielder got to be happy with that. Forgot to show the lineups again. I blame you. That'll bring up Cal Raleigh now as the Purple Rain take the lead back. A flamethrower. Taillon will get Cal Raleigh to ground back to the pitcher. Air 3-10, but there's no air on Taillon. That'll bring up A-Rod. And A-Rod will take a walk. Second walk of the day issued by Taillon. 7th walk of the season for A-Rod. I believe that might put him... Yeah, that'll put him 2nd in the league now. That'll bring up Pages. 1 on, 2 down. And Pages, he'll take that one high and deep and out of here. Another home run for the Purple Rain in this inning. And Pages making Taillon pay for the walk as they extend this lead now 5-2 here in the 3rd inning. So A-Rod gets on with the walk, and then Pages makes Taillon pay for it. That is Pages' 3rd home run of the season. The Rolling Snake guys in Vegas. So 2 down for Vladimir Guerrero Jr. And Taillon will strike him out. 2nd strikeout of the day for Taillon. Gets him out of the 3rd inning.
This team just hits homers.
That is what they do, indeed, it seems. Makes it 5-2. 5 runs on 5 hits for the Purple Rain. And the bottom of the 3rd, we will head where Gray will take on Barry Bonds as he leads off.
Pitch this turd head.
And Bonds.
No, Sonny.
We'll take that one high and deep, and another solo shot.
The Horsemen! You want to be a Horseman again? You will die a Horseman.
Another solo shot for Bonds. And that is only just going to add to his already impressive statistical season, leading all players in all-star voting right now. And there's a good reason for that. Apocalyptic blast from the big boy, number 7 on the year. They'll bring up William Contreras. And Gray will get Contreras to ground out to 3rd.
How about not throwing him a strike, Sonny? Just,
They'll bring up Michael Bush. And Gray will get Bush to ground out to 1st. Error 2-10.
Yeah.
And Vladimir Guerrero Jr. is an error 2. So it'll be error 3. Muff ball, batter safe on air. So he'll be there. On the air, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. picking this one up. That's going to be his 1st error of the season, just the 2nd error of the year on the Purple Rain. Now 1 on, 1 down for James Wood. And Gray will get Wood to fly out to center. 2 down for Jaron Duran. And Duran will get a triple. Duran with the triple on the PB-BD card. That will score the run. As Bush will cross the plate there. And Duran will get his 3rd triple of the season.
Whoa.
Indeed. So that'll bring up Jose Ramirez. And Jose is out of there. He'll pop up to 1st. But 2 more runs on the board for the Horsemen to make it 5-4 as we head to the top of 4. And maybe this wasn't the game to do this, Jason, but it is time for the Sloan Construction Grand Slam inning. And you guys know what that means. Here in the 4th inning, if any player from either team hits a home run, leave a comment in the comment section for your chance to win a $10 Amazon gift card at the end of the season. And if a player hits a grand slam in this inning, leave a comment in the comment section for a chance to win a $50 Amazon gift card. We'll draw at the end of the year to see who wins these gift cards.
Anybody gets on base, Barry Bonds will bat in this inning.
George Springer will lead off against Jameson Taillon. Probably a short leash for both starters going forward, if I had to guess. And Springer is out of there as he'll ground out to second. 1 up, 1 down brings up Brian Reynolds. And Reynolds will slap a single into left.
Barry Bonds will get it up. Oh, the other team.
6th hit for the Purple Rain as they've plated everyone who's been on base. Ketel Marte. Taillon will give up a single into right to Ketel Marte.
Get the big boys up. Let's go.
That'll bring up Otto Lopez. 2 on, 1 down. And Taillon will get Lopez to ground out to short. Nowhere. That's a double play. Taillon gets through the top of 4. And now we head to the bottom of the 4th.
Coming up. Dang it.
Jorge Polanco will lead off against Sonny Gray. And Polanco will take out a high-end team. Unbelievable. Polanco.
The Horsemen. You want to be a Horseman again? You will die a Horseman.
Polanco's first of the year and 3rd of this game for the Horsemen to tie it up. And that means we are going to give away a gift card at the end of this game, or at the end of the season, excuse me. 3rd home run given up by Gray. Judgment Day dinger from Chulo. All right. You know, Jason makes up all these nicknames for these players.
Thank you. That's not easy.
Tied up back at zeros, basically, as Trey Turner is at the plate. And Turner will be out of there as he'll ground out to short. 1 down for Brandon Lau. And Lau will strike out.
Don't. We're not. Don't throw it down the middle, Sonny.
Does that mean you're walking him?
No, just try to hit a corner, make him reach for it, or something.
That'll bring Barry Bonds up with 2 down, nobody on.
And
Bonds, a 34 on the Z chart.
Only when
man is on first. We'll go again.
Sonny pitch. Okay,
Sonny
that's good.
will get Barry. Yeah. That would have been a walk on Barry's card. Ground out to second. And that'll do it. So Bonds does not come through in the Sloan Construction Grand Slam inning, but Jorge Polanco does. Remember to like, subscribe, but most importantly, leave a comment on this video for your chance to win an Amazon gift card. I will message the winner at the end of the season as we head to the top of 5 now, where that's going to be it for the Horsemen.
Well, Lopez, you can leave a comment if you like. We'll even give you a card.
He'll bring in Bennett Sousa. Bennett Sousa from the Astros will come in to take on the heart of this lineup. And Sousa's like, why am I coming in now? This sucks. Griffey Jr. will lead off. And Griffey will be out of there. As he'll ground back to the pitcher. And this time, this pitcher not as good at fielding.
Gee, Merry Christmas.
1 down for Cal Raleigh. He does not play with a glove. And Sousa will get Raleigh to ground out to short.
Cal, next year, being a switch hitter, could be in his favor next season.
Indeed. We'll go over the Season 3 rule changes before we set off on that. But there's going to be some big-time number changes on the cards. A-Rod up. And A-Rod will take an A-bomb from A-Rod. And another home run for this Purple Rain team as they continue to just beat the crap out of the ball. And it doesn't matter who is pitching as Bennett Sousa comes in. And he falls victim to this lineup as well. That is A-Rod's third home run of the season. And it puts the St. Paul Purple Rain back in front by 1, 6-5.
This team hates baseballs.
Andy Pajes now. He's out of there. As he'll ground out to first. Air 3-10. But Michael Busch is in air 1. But another run on the board in the top of the 5th to make it 6-5.
Dude, if you have a ticket for this game, are you having a good time or what?
Yeah.
I mean, you're seeing how many home runs is that? Oh
Well,
my!
it's been quite a
1, 2,
few.
3, 4, 5,
7.
6, 7.
You've seen 7 home runs so far, and we're in the bottom of the 5th.
Oh my gosh!
We'll see if William
Sonny,
Contreras.
we got people warming up. That's all
Oh
I'm gonna
no!
say.
Well, Contreras is out of there as he'll ground out to short, and it continues the trend of when you say someone is warming up, it only motivates the starting pitcher, Michael Busch. And
That's
Busch is going to strike out. Third strikeout for Gray. They'll bring up James Wood. And Gray will get Wood to ground out to second. 3 up, 3 down after the threat of relief pitching.
Should have warmed him up in the first inning.
They'll bring up Vladimir Guerrero Jr. against Bennett Sousa. And Sousa will walk Vlad.
Good job, lad. Didn't get any of your dad's speed. Goodness sakes.
Third walk of the day for the Purple Rain. We'll bring up George Springer. And Springer will be out of there. As he'll ground out to short, and that'll be a double play.
Die.
They'll bring up Brian Reynolds. And Sousa will get Reynolds to ground back to the pitcher.
Oh.
No. So also 3 up, 3 down there. And now we head to the bottom of 6 where Jaron Duran will lead off against Sonny Gray.
No, he won't. Time out. Bring in.
Keegan Akin will check in. Akin. And he'll get Jaron Duran to lead off. And Akin will strike him out. 1 up, 1 down for Jose Ramirez. And Akin will give up a single into center to Ramirez. 8th hit of the day for the Horsemen. Ramirez takes off for second. 41. He is in there.
Dang it.
Another stolen base for Ramirez will bring up Jorge Polanco. And Akin will get Polanco to fly out to deep center.
Good play, Griffey.
A home run saving catch. Ramirez will go to third. So 2 down for Trey Turner. And Turner will turn on one. That is a double that will score the run.
My goodness.
Ramirez will come across the plate. And Turner has an RBI double. Tied back up at 6 with Brandon Lau at the plate. And Akin will get Lau to fly out to deep left. Or deep right, excuse me. Where the home run saving play was made by George Springer there. We are still tied back up at 6. 12 runs on 17 hits between the two teams. Bennett Sousa on the mound taking on Ketel Marte to lead off the top of the 7th. And Marte will be hit by the pitch.
Oh, boo.
First time this season Ketel Marte has been hit by a pitch. Normally that's saved for A-Rod. 1 on, nobody down for Otto Lopez. And PBZ 34. I think that's the one we just saw.
Oh, man on first. Man on first.
Runner is out stealing, argues, and so he's out stealing.
Oh.
Ejection, we're not going to do that. It's not great that PBZ was 34 twice. Lopez will He'll smack a single into center, though.
Of course, of course.
9th hit of the day brings up Griffey. And Sousa will get Griffey to ground out to first. It'll be our A or B. Griffey hustles it out, and that could be a big play if they can't get Cal Raleigh out here.
Put it on his card, boys. Put it on Cal's card.
Sousa will be out, or he'll get him to ground out to short. Air 10, that ain't going to do it. Still tied up at 6. Barry Bonds will lead off the bottom of 7 against Keegan Akeem.
Keegan, be careful.
And Bonds
Keegan.
will take that one high. He'll take it deep. And that is the 3rd home run this game.
You want to be a horseman again? You will die a horseman.
And I think the title for the game for this video is going to be an easy one this week. As Bonds hits his 3rd home run of the game, and now you see why these teams will walk him.
8 now.
I mean, Jason, 38-72 is insane. It's insane. Barry U.S. Bonds. Nice. That'll bring up Contreras.
Thank you, Chris Berman.
Barry U.S. Bonds. And Akin will walk Contreras.
He's flummoxed.
2nd walk of the day. 4th walk of the season for Contreras to bring up Michael Bush. And Bush will hit a double. Now 2nd and 3rd for James Wood. And Wood will hit a single into left. And that'll score Contreras.
Keegan, get somebody out, for goodness sakes.
That'll bring up Jaron Duran, 1st and 3rd. And Duran
Nope.
will strike out. 2nd strikeout for Akin. Bring up Jose Ramirez. PBCD for Ramirez.
No.
He will strike out.
What are you doing, Keegan?
Good look at it, though. That'll bring up Jorge Polanco, 1st and 3rd, 2 down. Akin will go up an infield single. And the runner going was Bush. 3rd RBI for Polanco. And the infield
He's
single.
running for MVP.
Yeah, we'll see if he gets it. Trey Turner. And Turner is out of there. As he'll fly out to deep center.
Woo!
Where Griffey makes the play. With more runs on the board for the Horsemen. 3 of them to be exact.
They've been busy.
9 to, yeah, it has been a very busy game for Griffey. A-Rod will lead off here in the top of 8 against Bennett Sousa. And A-Rod will take that one high and out of here. A-Rod with his 2nd home run of the game. I don't know if there's just a tailwind going out of Allegiant Stadium tonight. Yeah,
They had a bunch of craziness.
9 home runs in this game between these 2 teams. And A-Rod has had a really good night here. His 4th home run of the season. Sousa against Pages. And Pages will be out of there as he'll pop up to 2nd. 1 down. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. at the plate. And Sousa will strike him out. First strikeout for Sousa. George Springer at the plate. And Springer will strike out. Real close, though. But another run on the board. 9-7. And to the bottom of the 8th we go, where Brandon Lau will lead off.
Timeout. Bring in Carmen.
Carmen Mladzinski will check in. Hang on a second. It'll be Carmen Mladzinski in the game for the Purple Rain as they try and slow down this Horseman offense. It'll be Brandon Lau leading off for the Horsemen. Bottom of the 8th. They have a 2-run lead. And Lau will be out of there as they'll pop up to the shortstop.
As long as there's nobody on base, I'm going to keep pitching to him.
They'll bring up Barry Bonds. Nobody on. 1 down.
Just don't throw it down the middle.
A double to right for Bonds.
I can live with that.
The 14th hit of the game for the Horsemen. Barry Bonds is 4 for 5 with 3 home runs. That is Bonds' 5th double of the season. They bring up Contreras, 1 on, 1 down. And Mladzinski will get Contreras to pop up to short. Air 1 to 10, though.
Oh, my.
I don't know how to treat this one. Lopez is air 2. And it is air 2 with a man on second on a pop-up. Wild throw. How do you want to handle this?
He tried to throw him out and bobbled it and threw it away. Dadgummit. Wild throw, batter to second base, runner score, so I'll just switch spots.
So Contreras gets on with the air. Bond scores. And Lopez continues a tough day in the field for the Purple Rain on a pop-up. They'll bring up Michael Bush with 1 down.
None of that.
And Bush will strike out.
Thank you, Michael.
2 down. James Wood at the plate. Mladzinski will strike out Wood. I'm going to strike out on either card, I assure you. I didn't even have to look at Wood's card to know that. But another run on the board for the Horsemen. 10-7.
Go, boys.
And that'll bring in Aroldis Chapman
Oh, finally a pitcher comes into the game.
to try and close this one down. Brian Reynolds set to lead off. If anybody gets on base, Griffey Jr. will come up. Chapman will throw a wild pitch. Comes back to him, and he'll strike him out. Whoops. 1 up, 1 down brings up Ketel Marte. And Chapman will get Marte to ground out to first. 2 down for Otto Lopez. And Chapman will get Lopez to ground out to third. And that'll do it for this absolutely wild game here in Las Vegas. Sousa gets the win. Chapman gets the save. The loss will go to Keegan Akeem. And the MVP is going to be Brandon Lau, who went 0 for 5. No, it's going to be Barry Bonds. Going to be Barry Bonds. And that might go down as one of those games, kind of like the Larry Walker 6-hit game. Spoiler if you haven't seen it yet, but the Purple Rain elected to pitch to Bonds. We've seen a lot of varying strategies this season, and going right at him has worked at times, but it did not work for Sonny Gray, as Bonds with a huge game here and just continues his all-out offensive assault. And still, the Purple Rain themselves managed to hit 5 home runs today, the middle of their lineup, just absolutely doing damage. But the Horsemen get the win here. That will move them to 5-4 on the season. St. Paul now down to 4-4. So Horsemen, if they can kind of keep things going, we could see Roger Clemens in that first round of the playoffs. The Horsemen would like to just have a bye. They're technically really only a game behind Owaka right now, but Owaka has that win over the Horsemen after that 9th inning comeback. We might look back at that game down the line. That would be a huge one. 10-7, the final score here. Any last thoughts, Jason?
Even though I lost it, I loved it.
Yeah.
That was fun.
Definitely one of the more fun and exciting games this season. 10-7. That'll do it for this one. Thanks for watching. Tune in for more Week 9 action as the XLB rolls along.